Hello, how are you? I'm a little sleepy. Sit down, please. I would like to speak English today too, to improve my speaking skill. Let's get it started. Today, it is July 13th, 2021. It is very hot outside. I am not going to agree to your proposal. I am not going to agree to the itinerary. I am not going to agree to the plan. The company agreed to the contract. The company agreed to the contract. The supplier agreed to the contract. I am not going to agree to the plan. I am not going to agree to the plan. I will not 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 agree to the plan. I didn't agree to the plan. My boss 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 finally agreed to the plan. My boss finally agreed to the plan. My boss finally agreed to the plan. I am not going to agree to the plan. I am not going to agree to the plan. My boss didn't agree to my plan. My boss didn't agree to my plan first, but he finally agreed to my plan. He finally agreed to the 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 plan. I will agree with you to some extent. I will agree with you to some extent. The total price will amount to 10,000 yen. It will amount to more than 10,000 yen. You should give up buying something to make it under 10,000 yen. The total price I shopped at the store will amounted to 12,000 yen. The total price I spent at shopping amounted to 12,000 yen. The sales figures of this month amounted to 1 million yen in the shop. The sales figures of the shop this month amounted to 2 million yen. The sales figures of this month amounted to 2 million yen in the shop. The sales figures of this month in that shop amounted to 1 million yen. The sales figures of the month amounted to half as much as last year. The sales figures of the month amounted to half as much as the same month last year. The sales figures of the sales figures of the month amounted to half price of that month of last year. The sales figures of the month amounted to half price of the same month last year. My savings amounted to 1 million yen. The total tax you have to pay will amount to 1 million yen. The total price that you have to pay will amount to 10,000 yen. The total price that you will have to pay will amount to 10,000 yen. The total price that I paid at the shopping amounted to 10,000 yen. The amount that I used in the month amounted to 200,000 yen. The number of newly infected people amounted to 50 in the small village. The number of infected people amounted to 50 in the small village. The number of newly infected people amounted to 100 in the small village. Have you applied for the job? Have you applied for the job? Have you applied for the school? Have you applied for the school? Have you applied for the event? Have you applied for the event? Have you applied for the job? Have you applied for the school? Have you applied for the university? Have you applied for the scholarship? Have you applied for the scholarship yet? Have you applied for the scholarship yet? Have you applied for the examination yet? Have you applied for the Kyotsu test yet? Have you applied for the Kyotsu test yet? Have you applied for the center examination yet? The exemption will apply to the emergency. The money will be applied to emergency. The benefits will be applied to those who are poor. The exemption can be applied to emergency. The board can be applied to emergency. The situation can be applied to anyone. This rule can be applied to all employees working in this company. This rule can be applied to all employees working in this company. This rule can be applied to all people in the premises. This policy can be applied to all people in the premises. Japanese Constitution is applied to all people in Japan. The Constitution is applied to all people in the country. The Constitution is applied to all people in the country. The Constitution is applied to all people in the country. The rule is applied to all people in the company. The ordinance is applied to all people in the city. The ordinance is applied to all people in the city. The ordinance of the municipality is applied to all people in the municipality. The ordinance is applied to all people in the municipality. The ordinance is applied to all people in the city. The rule is applied to all employees working in the company. The rule is applied to all students in the school. The rule is applied to all students in the school. The rules are applied to all the students in the school. The exemption is applied to those who met the requirement. The scholarship is applied to those who met the requirements. Scholarship can be applied to those who met the requirement. Scholarship can be applied to those who met the requirements. Scholarship can be applied to those who met the requirements. Scholarship can be applied to those who met the requirements. The scholarship can be applied to the only one who got the highest score in the examination. The scholarship can be applied to only one who got the highest score on the test. Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in yourself? When you were a university student, which club activities did you belong to? When you were a high school student, which club activity did you belong to? I belong to baseball team, baseball club. I used to play baseball at high school. I belong to soccer club. When I said this joke, my friend bursted into laughing. When the professional singer, as soon as the professional singer sang, some of the audiences bursted into crying. As soon as the instant the professional singer sang, some of the audiences bursted into crying. As soon as the comedian appeared on the stage, everyone bursted into shouting. As soon as the owner came home, the dog bursted into jumping for joy. As soon as I came home, my pet dog bursted into running to me. As soon as I came home, my pet dog bursted into running towards me. When I was walking on the street, it burst into lightning. It burst into lightning. When I sat on the bench, the guy burst into going away. As soon as the teacher went out of the room, students burst into talking. As soon as the teacher went out of the room, students burst into talking. Can we call at the convenience store on the way? Can we call at the convenience store on the way? Can we call at the convenience store on the way? Can we call at somewhere convenience store on the way? Whenever I go to Niigata Prefecture, I definitely call at Kiyotsukyo Valley. Whenever I go to Nagoya, I call at Misokatsu restaurant. I called at the restaurant specializing in misokatsu. I called at the restaurant specializing in shojin ryori. I called at my university. I called at my university. Where did you call at? Where did you call at today? May I call at your office today? May I call at your house today? I called at my friend's house today. I am going to call at the restaurant today. I am going to call at ramen shop today after my school. I am going to call at the pharmacy to get my prescription filled, which I got prescribed at the hospital. I am going to call at the pharmacy on the way today. I have to get the prescription refilled. I have to get the prescription refilled. I am out of the medicine now, so I have to call at the pharmacy today. Did you call at Universal Studios Japan when you went to Osaka? Did you call at Tokyo Disneyland when you went to Chiba Prefecture? Did you call at Tokyo Skytree? Okay, I will call at your house when I go to Tochigi Prefecture. Okay, I will call at the Tokyo Skytree Tower, when I have the chance to go to Tokyo. I hope I have enough time so that I can call at your house on the way. I would like to call at McDonald's before my examination. I would like to call at a cafe before the examination. I want to have coffee before the examination. Can we call at a convenience store on the way? Can we call at somewhere a facility with toilet? Can we call at somewhere with toilet? I would like to call at somewhere with toilet. I'm not in imminent, but it's better. I will go there faster. The child was calling for help. The child was calling for help. When I was a kid, I was calling for help, but no one came to help me. The man was calling for money from passers-by. The man was calling for money from passers-by. What are you calling for? What are you calling for from me? What are you calling for from me? The criminal was calling for money from the police. The culprit was calling for money from the police. The criminal was calling for money from the bank. The criminal was calling for money from the bank. May I call on you after the school? May I call upon you after school? May I call on you after school? May I call on you after school? Okay, I will call on you after school. I will call on you after my work. I will call on you later. May I call on you after school? I called on my friend's house when I could go out of the school because of typhoon, owing to typhoon, on account of typhoon. I liked the feelings. I liked the feelings that I could go out of the school because of the typhoon. Because of the typhoon, owing to typhoon, due to typhoon. On account of typhoon. We will have to care for my grandparents in the future. Do you care for your parents? Do you care for your grandparents? Who cares for your grandparents? While you are in a foreign country, who cares for your grandparents? I care for my grandparents every day. Do you care for your parents every day? The wizard changed into a frog. Can you transform into a chocolate? The leaves are changing into red. The street signal changed into red. You have to wait on the road until the street signal turns into blue, changes into blue, transforming to blue. You have to wait at the intersection until the street signal turns into blue, changes into blue. Okay? Okay. The leaves are changing into red for autumn leaves. For spring. For autumn. The leaves are changing into red towards the spring. The leaves are turning into red and yellow towards spring, autumn, fall. The leaves are changing into red towards autumn, for autumn, over autumn. The street signal changed into red, so the cars stopped. When the street signal changed into red, the cars stopped. And when the street signal changed into red, the cars stopped. It's of course, it is a rule. We have to stop. When the street signal turns into red, changes into red. I came across an old friend of mine. I came across an old friend of mine. Where did you come across your wife? Where did you come across your husband? Where did you come across the guitar? I came across the good deal at the shop. I came across a good idea yesterday. Where do you come from? I hope the economy will not come into depression. I hope the economy will not get into depression. I hope the economy will not come into depression. The situation came into emergency. I hope the situation will not come into emergency. I hope the situation will not come into emergency. When she made many mistakes after playing, her face came into red. When she made a mistake at the performance, her face changed into red, transformed into A, changed into A, came into A, got into A. When the man discriminated the man the other man, the opponent, it came into the fight. It came into fight. When the sparkles dropped on the paper, it came into the fire. When she made a mistake, her face came into red. When she made a mistake, her face came into red. If you drive with drunk, if you have drunk driving, it will come into car accident. If you drive with alcohol, if you drive a car with alcohol, it will come into car accident with high risk. When she made a mistake at the playing, her face came into red. When he decided to work in the company, his life came into depression. When he changed his job, his situation came into better. The situation is coming into depression. The situation is coming into depression. The situation came into emergency. Who are you competing with? It is one of the ways to keep you motivated to compete with someone. It is one of the methods to keep you motivated to compete with someone, rival. By competing with someone, which will motivate you to do your best. So having someone to compete with you is one of the ways to keep you concentrated, to stay concentrated, to leave you concentrated. Do you compete with your friend on the TOEIC score? Do you like to compete with your coworkers by TOEIC score? Do you like to compete with your coworkers by TOEIC score? Do you like to compete with your friends by TOEIC scores? Do you like to compete with your friends by TOEIC score? Do you like to compete with your coworkers by TOEIC score? Do you like to compete with your friends by TOEIC score? Do you like to compete with your friends by TOEIC score? Do you like to compete with your friends by video games? I am not competing with others. I am myself. I am what I am. I am what I am. What I am. I am what I am. I am what I am. I am not competing with others. I keep my pace. I keep my pace. I am not going to compete with others. I hold my pace. I go ahead with my pace. I cannot concentrate on my study with noise. Can you concentrate on your study at family restaurant? Can you concentrate on your study in a family restaurant? Many Japanese houses consist of wood. Many Japanese houses consist of wood. The team consists of 9 members. The music group consists of 4 members. The music group consists of 4 members. The band consists of 4 members. The music band consists of 4 members. The music group, the band consists of 4 members. The band consists of 4 members. The company consists of 4 branch offices. The company consists of 4 branch offices. Do you know someone who can cope with the problem? We are looking for someone who can cope with the problem. Do you think he can cope with the problem? Do you think the candidate can cope with the problem? Can you cope with the problem? Can you cope with the problem? Can you cope with the claims from our customers? The government has to cope with the claims from the citizens. The company is coping with the claims from the customers. The company is coping with the claims from the customers. The company is coping with the claims from the customers. The company is coping with the claims from the customers. The company is coping with the claims from their customers, from its customers. Do you correspond with your friend? Do you correspond with your foreign friends? Do you like to correspond with your foreign friends? Do you like to correspond with your foreign friends? Now that we have internet, we don't have to correspond with others. We have internet. We can communicate with each other every day. Do you correspond with your friend living in foreign countries? I correspond with foreign friends. I don't correspond with foreign friends now. I used to correspond with my friends. I still correspond with my friend. Do you correspond with your friends? Do you correspond with your coworkers? The incident date from 9th century. Heian period dates back to late 8th century. Kamakura period dates back to end of 12th century. The event dates back to last year. The accident dates back to last year. My trip to Hong Kong dates back to 2018. My trip to Hawaii dates back to 2016. My trip to Hokkaido dates back to 2017. My first meeting with my friend dates back to 2 years ago. My first meeting with my girlfriend dates back to 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Dates back to 2009. The problem dates from last year. The tsunami dates from 2011. The tsunami dates back to 2011. The tsunami accident dates back to 2011. Dates from 2011. The big tsunami accident dates back to 2011. Dates from 2011. My graduation dates from 2017. My graduation dates from 2017. My graduation dates back to 2017. The earthquake dates back to 3 years ago. 2016. The accident dates from 2016. The accident dates from 2016. 2016. The accident dates from 2016. The accident dates back to 2016. The accident dates from 2016. The accident dates back to 2016. The accident dates from 2016. When does it date from? When does it date from? When does it date back to? When does it date back to? When does it date back to? When does it date from? 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 When did it date from? When did it date back to? When does it date back to? When does it date back to? When does it date back to? It dates back to 2015. It dates back to 2015. It dates back to 2015. It dates from 2015. It dates from 2015. It dates back to 2015. It dates from 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 2015. It dates back to 2015. Does this shop deal in fishing tools? I am looking for a shop dealing in fishing tools. I am looking for a shop dealing in fishing tools. Do you know where I can find a shop with fishing tools? Do you know where I can find a shop dealing in fishing tools? Does this shop deal in bread? Does this shop deal in Japanese food? Does this restaurant dealing in Japanese food? Does this restaurant deal in Japanese food? Japanese cuisine? Does this restaurant deal in Japanese cuisine? Does this restaurant deal in vegetarian food? Does this restaurant deal in vegetarian food? Vegetarian cuisine? I'm sorry, we don't deal in vegetarian cuisine. I'm sorry, we don't deal in fishing tools. Does this shop deal in eye drops? Does this shop deal in Japanese stuffs? Excuse me, does this shop deal in eye drops? Excuse me, does this shop deal in eye drops? Excuse me, does this shop deal in eye drops? Excuse me, does this shop deal in eye drops? I'm afraid that we don't deal in eye drops here. The problem was dealt with by the excellent worker. I am dealing with the problem. I am dealing with the task. We are dealing with the problems now. Once we have done, I will let you know. We are dealing with the problem now. Once we have finished it, I will let you know. It all depends on you. It all depends upon you. Whether or not we have the company picnic depends on our boss. Whether or not we have the whether or not we will have the company picnic. Whether or not we will have the company picnic depends on my boss. Depends on our boss. Depends upon our boss. Sumo derives from Shinto ritual. 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 Many Japanese festivals derive from Shinto ritual. Many Japanese festivals derive from Shinto ritual. Sumo derives 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 from Shinto ritual. The festival derives from Shinto ritual. Many events in Japan derive from Shinto ritual. Sumo derives from Shinto ritual. Sumo derives from Shinto ritual. Sumo derives from Shinto ritual. The event derives from Shinto ritual. The event derives from Shinto ritual. Derive from. The event derives from Shinto ritual. The event derives from Shinto ritual. The event derives from Shinto ritual. Sumo derives from Shinto ritual. Sumo derives from Shinto ritual. Some people died of cancer. Some people died of the atomic bomb. Some people will die of cancer. Some people die of cancer. Some people die from cancer. I might die of cancer. I might die from cancer. He died from a car accident. He died of a car accident. He died of cancer. He died from cancer. My taste often differ from others' taste. My taste often differ from those of others. My favorite tastes often differ from those of others. My tastes often differ from those of others. My point of view differs from those of yours. My point of view differs from that of yours. My viewpoint differs from that of yours. My viewpoint differs from that of yours. My viewpoint differs from that of yours. My opinion differs from that of yours. My opinion differs from that of yours. My opinion differs from that of yours. The type of music that I like differs from that of yours. The type of music that I like differs from that you like. The type of music that I like differs from that you like. Sumo derives from Shinto ritual. Sumo derives from Shinto ritual. Derive from. Sumo derives from Shinto ritual. Okay, I will finish speaking here. Thank you for watching. See you next time. See you.